Welcome to another Explainer. Today we're setting our sights on a highly specialized and honestly incredibly lucrative corner of the travel industry. We're navigating the exact playbook for generating cruise bookings through Google Ads. So if you're a travel agency owner, a digital marketer, or just kind of fascinated by how high-ticket travel sales work online, this is definitely for you. We're going to break down exactly how to capture high-intent travelers, structure your campaigns, and crucially how to survive these super strict policies that govern these ads.
Okay, let's dive into this. You might be wondering, in our modern click-and-buy digital age, why are we focusing so heavily on phone calls? Well, for complex, high-ticket items like a luxury cruise, travelers genuinely want instant assistance and human reassurance. I mean, think about it. Before someone drops, say, $5,000 or $10,000 on a massive family vacation, they want to speak to a real human being. They want to confirm the itinerary details, ask about cabin upgrades, make sure their dietary restrictions are handled, or maybe secure those hidden last-minute deals. A website just can't give them that tailored reassurance, but an expert travel agent on the phone absolutely can.
Here's our itinerary for today's Explainer. 1. Setting sail with ads. 2. The perfect campaign blueprint. 3. Mastering the keyword compass. 4. Navigating Google ad suspensions. And 5. The rescue and relaunch. We're covering it all, from the basic campaign setup all the way through to advanced suspension recovery.
Section 1. Setting sail with ads. Shifting focus to high-intent calls.
As we just discussed, getting clicks to a landing page is fine, but for travel agencies selling cruises, our ultimate goal is to literally make the telephone ring. And where do these calls actually come from? Well, travelers are actively searching for reservations on premium cruise liners like Royal Caribbean, Carnival Cruise Line, MSC Cruises, Disney Cruise Line, Norwegian, and Viking River Cruises. Agencies really need to target these specific brands because the folks searching for them already know exactly what they want. They have super high intent. They aren't just browsing for general vacations. They're specifically looking for an NCL or a Royal Caribbean trip and are actively seeking a reservation or a last-minute deal.
Section 2. The perfect campaign blueprint. Structuring for conversions.
Setting up a successful campaign to capture these travelers isn't just about, throwing a budget at Google and hoping for the best. It requires a highly deliberate, conversion-focused structure. It's really like captaining a well-organized ship. You need an exact sequence. Step 1. You must create a call-only search campaign. Make the phone number the primary action. Step 2. Target specific routes and destination keywords like Alaska Cruise rather than just the word cruise. Step 3. Add call extensions and tracking so you know exactly which ads are actually ringing your phones. Step 4. Use maximize calls or manual CPC for your bidding strategy. And Step 5, which is an absolute must, create separate campaigns for each specific cruise line. You definitely do not want your Carnival ads mixing with your Viking River Cruise ads.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the math right here. $25 to $45. According to our sources, this is the optimal target cost per action or target CPA for premium campaigns like Norwegian Cruise Line. That means your entire goal is to acquire a highly qualified inbound phone call from a traveler who is ready to book, all for under $50. When you consider the commission on a multi-thousand-dollar cruise package, a $45 acquisition cost is just an incredible return on investment.
So how do we actually hit that target CPA? This brilliantly illustrates the tactical side of the budget. You're going to want to use target CPA or maximize conversions as your bidding strategy. Now, if you're launching a brand new campaign, go ahead and start with enhanced CPC to gather data. But pay close attention to this third bullet point. Schedule your ads only when your call centers are active. It sounds like total common sense, but you'd be amazed how many agencies waste thousands of dollars generating calls at 3 a.m. when literally no one is in the office to answer the phone. You should also prioritize mobile users since, they're already holding a phone, and USA-based users. As for a minimum starting budget, expect to invest about $500 to $1,000 a month just to get enough data to optimize properly.
Section 3. Mastering the keyword compass. Navigating intent and brand policies.
Your keywords are your compass in Google Ads, steering you to the exact right travelers. But if you navigate poorly, you can easily capsize your entire operation. You basically have two main routes you can take with keywords. On the left, you have generic keywords, things like cheap cruise deals or Caribbean cruise booking. These are totally safe. They won't get you in trouble, but they cast a very wide, broad net. Then on the right, you have brand keywords, like Royal Caribbean cruise booking or MSC Cruises reservation. Now this is a serious tightrope walk. Using specific brand names attracts incredibly high-intent buyers, but you have to be extremely careful not to violate Google's authorization policies. You just cannot pretend to be Royal Caribbean if you're really a third-party travel agency.
And speaking of keeping your ship afloat, you absolutely have to use these crucial negative keywords. Negative keywords tell Google exactly who not to show your ads to. You need to block terms like free cruise contest, internships, lawsuit, Wikipedia, stock price, and cruise jobs. Trust me on this, you do not want to blow your marketing budget on people trying to find a job as a bartender on a ship or some investor researching Carnival's stock price. We only want people looking to actually buy vacations.
So how do you actually blend all this together safely? Take a look at this real-world ad copy. NCL Caribbean Cruises on sale. Book from $4.99. This safely and effectively uses the brand abbreviation, highlights a specific destination, and provides a really clear price anchor to drive calls. It pulls in the right buyer without making any false claims about being the official Norwegian Cruise Line corporate office.
Section 4. Navigating Google Ad Suspensions, the danger zone.
And this brings us to the real plot twist of this explainer. The harsh reality of this industry is that eventually almost all travel agency ad accounts face suspension. It's really not a matter of if, but when. So what exactly is happening here? Well, Google Ads suspensions are sudden account deactivations triggered by policy issues. We're talking things like misrepresentation, unauthorized brand bidding, unclear business information, or making overly aggressive ad claims. When you're aggressively bidding on premium cruise brand terms, it is remarkably easy to accidentally wake the Google Kraken and have your entire lead generation pipeline shut down literally overnight.
Section 5. The Rescue and Relaunch. Expert Reinstatement Process.
But hey, don't abandon ship just yet. Let's move to Stow and see how this builds a clear path to recovery. Top-tier agencies navigate out of this danger zone and get those valuable calls flowing again by using a very systematic plan. Step 1. You need a full suspension diagnosis to identify the exact policy violation. 2. Ad and website cleanup. 3. Gathering all your proper business documentation. 4. Submitting a professional appeal. And please, never just click the automated appeal button. And finally, Step 5. The rebuild and relaunch. It requires a totally cool head and a really meticulous approach.
Let's zoom in a bit on the cleanup and documentation phase, because honestly, this is where most appeals completely fail. Google demands absolute transparency and clear trust signals. To get your account back, you have to rewrite your ads to match strict compliance standards. Your landing pages must be updated with super clear refund terms and privacy policies. You have to prominently and clearly state your real business identity and ownership. Again, no pretending to be the cruise line itself. And finally, you must be prepared to submit actual business registration certificates to prove you are a legitimate registered travel entity.
And just like that, it brings us to the end of our journey today. We've mapped out the entire playbook, from structuring high-intent call-only campaigns to bidding strategies, keyword selection, and even how to survive those inevitable Google policy suspensions. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Are you ready to captain your own campaign and apply this playbook? Or will you let the competition sail away with your leads? Take these strategies, implement them carefully, and watch your cruise bookings soar. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next one.